Hi guys, welcome to another Steel review. Today I want to be looking at Purge 3, the election years, and basically Purge 3 follows these senators who are like government officials, and I would say like the bodyguard, like the main bodyguard. It's like the senators getting assassinated, and it's basically like them trying to survive the infamous like Purge Day, where basically anyone can like go out and kill people. And I didn't really enjoy like the first. I've only seen the first one and this one, and I would say this one is a lot better because it actually allows you to actually experience the actual purge itself. Because in the first one, actually limiting you like the purge to the actual houses, mostly just showing how the purge actually affects the citizens, and then the second one more showed how the people in the purge are like actually affected if you're living like in these poor communities where the purge mostly affects people. I think where the purge goes wrong is really it doesn't really show that much. It doesn't really go like crazy enough. When you go into like one of these like type of like really gruesome, extremely like gory horror films, you sort of like get up to a limit where there enough is enough. But like in this film, you didn't really get that, so you didn't really get like the over the top sort of extreme like gore that they sort of showed in the first one. Because like the first one, you don't really see that much. It's just extremely creepy, and this is more like it's more theatrical. Like you have people like dancing, and like it's a lot more. They do show a lot of creepy images, just it's not as effective as like the first time you see those people outside a house in those creepy masks. And they sort of imply that they've like have this is sort of a national event. Like the whole world sort of knows that the American Purge Day. So loads of like people from Europe go over to America to experience the Purge Day. So you get like loads of people from like Europe dressed up as like George Washington and like Lincoln. And in my opinion, it didn't really work because their accents are so like out of place, and it's so just weird. And apart from that, I think again, I'm not really a fan of these like extremely horror like just gore fests of a film. But if they're gonna like try and commit to this sort of world, which is kind of like I like how they sort of show how much flawed the sort of allowing normal people just to like kill whoever they want and like whatever they want to do, sort of like showed throughout like the senator's point of view, throughout like her like getting affected by the purge, like in the before. Like in the start of the film, we just see like her in the purge before, like see her get her family getting killed by someone in the purge, and then she sort of rises up as a senator, not sort of wanting the purge to exist. But yeah, I sort of like that aspect because it's sort of interesting, and it's sort of cool to see how people reacted to it. So overall, I didn't really enjoy the film that much because too much focus was put away from the actual purge itself, because they just have like this sort of story about the main army that's trying to assassinate the senator. It's also trying to like just capture them, and you have like so many like callbacks to that, and sort of brings you away from the actual purge itself and like the madness it sort of creates. And they sort of show it like a lot in this film, but honestly, I didn't think they like showed it enough, because I just really enjoyed that aspect of the film, like just the like really colourful, creepy costumes they had, like with the car wrapped around with lights and stuff, and it looked really beautiful. And apart from that, I'll probably give it like 2 out of 5, because fairly honest, it didn't really engage me that much, and when it did, it's sort of like these like only moments in the film that I really like, and they're like 5 minutes, yet the whole film's like 2 hours, so there's no point in me watching it if I only like half an hour of the film. So see you again on a Steel review. Like, subscribe, and comment below what films you want to review. See you guys.